This assignment directly supports the goal of the course because it combines communication, research, critical thinking, and writing. The course competencies emphasize developing effective writing and oral communication, conducting research using credible source, analyzing information critically, and revising writing to prove its effectiveness. During the Bongi discussion, I practice speaking clearly, collaborating with others, and support my ideas with research. During the recursive writing project, I revised my work based on reflection and feedback, which demonstrates the writing process emphasized throughout the course. Uh, this assignment helped me grow academically and personally. As a bilingual student, I became more confident speaking in front of the others and expressing my ideas in English. Uh, the most scary thing I would say would be presenting in front of the others. Doesn't matter, co-workers, employers, professors. I'm just one afraid that I'll be probably speak something wrong and embarrassed in front of the audience. I also become more comfortable discussing academic topics and participating in group conversations. My writing skills improved because I learned how to organize my ideas more logical, support my arguments with evidence, and revise my work carefully. That's the most important thing, like during the revise the essay. I also develop strong critical thinking skills by comparing different viewpoints and evaluating information from multiple sources instead of accepting everything at face value. Uh, I use these skills in the future classes by conducting stronger research, participating more actively in discussions, and revise my assignment before submitting them. The most important thing for like check the work. I now understand the importance of using credible sources, organizing ideas clearly, and improving my work throughout multiple drafts. Another important thing, probably I has to do more drafts than the final paper that makes the satisfy the idea. Outside of school, I can apply these skills in my career and every daily life. Good communication and teamwork are important in any workplaces. As someone interested in payroll accounting and business, that's me, I will need to communicate professionally with coworkers, prepare accurate documents. Most important thing, it's the documents that whoever needs. Explaining financial information clearly and solve problems with others. Okay, reflection on the MLA workshop source assignment. The MLA workshops and sources assignment helped me to develop a better understanding on how to properly locate, evaluate, and cite academic sources using the Modern Language Association, stands for the MLA, format. To complete this assignment, I first reviewed the MLA workshop materials provided by the instructors, and I go on to the library uh, and follow the guide. How do you where to look at the information from like the from another professor. Someone work at the library. From this assignment, I learned that proper citation is much more than following a formatting style. It is an important part of academic integrity because it gives credit to the original authors, help readers locate the sources. That's an important thing, and strengthens the credibility of my own writing. I also learned how to distinguish between reliable scholarly sources and less credible information found online. Always go to using the scholar sources, especially from the like universities, college, because that's those sources like it has to be credible. The this assignment is directly related to the course because one of the course competency C's is to develop effective research skills by locating, evaluating, interrogating, and documenting information from credible sources. Through the MLA workshop, I practice each of these skills while learning the correct documentation styles for academic writing. Completing this assignment has contributed to my personal and academic growth. Before the workshop, I often felt unsure about where to place in-text citations or how to format a works cited page correctly. Like I don't know how to write the format of the in-text citation. Like I only done a few times. After completing the activity and the practicing with different sources, I became more confident with in my research and writing abilities. I also developed greater attention to detail because even small formatting error can affect the accuracy of a citation. The skills I developed through the MLA workshop sources assignment will transfer to both future academic courses and non-academic environments. In other classes, I will use the MLA documentation skills when writing research papers, literature reviews, and the essays that require evidence from outside sources. These research strategies will also help me evaluate information more effectively in subjects across different disciplines. Outside of school, I can apply these skills when researching workplaces, information, preparing professional reports, important thing to do, evaluating news and online content, or creating presentation that require reliable evidence. That's the things that never could be messed up because that's like double double error. The the using the word and the evidence is not credible. Okay, reflection. Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory. For this assignment, I studied the handout Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory and carefully review each of the five ecological systems: the microsystem, mesosystem, exosystem, macrosystem, and coronal system. For this assignment, I learned that a child's development is influenced by much more than what happens in the classroom. Like his or her living environment. Uh, that's another thing that can influence. The microsystem includes direct relationships such as family, school, and peers, while the mesosystem focuses on connection between these environments. Also, I learned that broader influences, including parents as workplaces, community resources, and cultural beliefs like religion, government policies, and the life events, like things happen in the life, can affect children's learning even when the child is not directly involved. This assignment is highly relevant to the course because it emphasizes understanding human development, diversity, and the social influences that shape learning. Okay, Bronfenbrenner's theory provides a framework for understanding these relationships by explaining how different ecological systems interact to affect the development. The This assignment has helped me become more aware of many factors that influence people's behavior and learning. Instead of like making quick judgment about why someone making may be struggling, I understand that there may be family, cultural, community, or life circumstances affecting that person. Like things that won't be easy for someone to be like struggling. There's always like not just like a simple level the reason. There are always like something like deeper. Okay, and it has also strengthened my empathy, critical thinking, and problem solving skills by encouraging me to consider multiple perspectives before drawing conclusions. This assignment supports the mission of the school by encouraging students become knowledgeable, compassionate, and culturally responsive professionals. Understanding ecological systems prepare students to work effectively with people from diverse backgrounds and to recognize the importance of a collaboration among families, schools, and communities. The knowledge and the critical thinking that I gained from this assignment will be vulnerable in future classes that discuss psychology, education, sociology, or human development. Understanding how multiple factors influence behavior will help me analyze case studies, participate in discussion, and complete research assignment more effectively. Outside of school, I can apply these skills by being more understanding of family members. They have like different perspectives. Coworkers, friends, and community members whose experience may differ from my own. Yes. Okay. Guide Name reflection. For this assignment, I researched the Adinkra symbol, Jai Neme, which comes from the Akan people of Ghana. I learned that the phrase means except for God and represents the belief that God is supreme and has authority over all things. That's like a religion belief. To complete this assignment, I used the reliable educational sources to learn about the symbol's history, meaning, and the cultural significance. I took notes from my research, summarized the information in my own words, and explained why the symbol is important in Akan culture and how it continues to be used today. Through this assignment, I learned that Gyeam Naimei is more than just a symbol. It represents faith, God's power, protection, and belief that nothing happens without God. I also learned that Adinkra symbols and how they communicate values, wisdom, and cultural traditions. This assignment is relevant to the course because it encouraged me to explore African history, culture, and belief systems while practicing research and critical thinking skills. By researching Gainame, I strengthened my ability to analyze cultural symbols, communicate my findings clearly, and connect historical traditions to modern society. This assignment helped me become more open-minded and culturally aware. Before completing it, I knew very little about Adinkra symbols, like or and their meanings. Like nothing, de nada, nothing at all. Learning about Gyaname showed me how different cultures express important beliefs through symbols and traditions. Okay. The research and the critical thinking skills I developed during this assignment will help me in other classes when writing research papers, completing presentations, and evaluating sources. Outside of school, those skills will help me better understand different cultures, communicate respectfully with people from diverse background. Important. Like, don't just look down on them uh, because they're like from different backgrounds, has different like family perspective. Okay. Salem witch trials reflection. For this assignment, I researched the Salem witch trials, which took place in Salem, Massachusetts in 1692 to 1693. Wow. I learned about the causes of the trial, the accusations of witchcrafts. Like, that's the time, that's like when uh, things you cannot be doing during that time period. The core proceedings and the outcomes. To complete this assignment, I used the reliable historical resources to gather information about the events, the people involved, and the social and the religious belief of the time. Through this assignment, I learned that fear, misinformation, and prejudice can have serious consequences. Uh, During the Salem witch trial, many innocent people were forcefully accused of practicing witchcraft based on rumors, superstition, and the weak evidence. Like during that time period, um, a lot of like innocent people like got like executed just like no but no reason. Just like I said, like rumors, like people believe rumors easily. Like they believe other people like easily like what they're saying. Like they even like look into it. And the time like it cannot look into it like during that time period it sucks, man. I learned that 20 people were executed. Many others were imprisoned, and the trials eventually ended when like authorities recognized that the accusations lacked credible evidence. See, that's like even some people like executed like people like others like it's like innocent. Like when they find out like in the future, like, oh shoot, this person is innocent. Why would we do that? Like, man, like the first assumption and the rumors. This assignment taught me the importance due to process, critical thinking, and evaluating evidence before making judgment about others. This assignment is relevant to the course because it encouraged me to examine history, human behavior, and critical thinking. By studying the Salem witch trials, I practiced evaluating historical evidence, recognizing how fear and bias can influence decision making, and communicating my findings clearly. All right, Zora Nelly Hurston reflection. From researching Zora Nelly Hurston, I learned that she was the influential African American author, anthropologist, anthropologist, and folklorist who helped preserve Black culture and traditions through her writing and research. I learned that her novel Their Eyes Were Watching God is considered one of the most important work in American literature because it explores themes of identity, independence, love, and self-discovery, like self-reflection. I also learned that Hurston traveled throughout the American South, and the Caribbean, collecting African American folklores, stories, songs, and traditions, ensuring that they would be preserved for future generations. This assignment is relevant to the course because it requires me to research significant historical figures, evaluate reliable sources, and analyze her contributions to literature, culture, and history. By studying Zora Neale Hurston's life and work, I practiced analyzing historical information, understanding diverse perspectives, and communicating my findings clearly. This assignment helped me become more aware of the importance of preserving history and respecting different cultural experiences. Before completing the research, I knew very little about Zora Neale Hurston and her contributions. Learning about her perseverance, discipline, discriminations inspired me to evaluate education, creativity, and determination. Dr. Daniel Black reflection. From researching Dr. Daniel Black, I learned that he's an author, educator, and a scholar whose work focused on African American history, culture, identity, and social justice. His writing often explores the experiences of a Black community, the importance of family and the faith, and the impact of history on people's lives. I also learned that as a professor, Dr. Black encourages students to think critically about race, culture, and identity while appreciating the values of education and storytelling. This assignment is relevant to the course because it required me to research an influential scholar, evaluate reliable resources, and analyze how his work contributes to history, culture, and education. By studying Dr. Daniel Black's work, I practiced finding credible information, analyzing ideas, and communicating my findings clearly. This assignment helped me grow by expanding my understanding of African American history and the literature. It encouraged me to think more deeply about the importance of culture in the identity and education in shaping people's lives. It also improved my research and the writing skills because I had to organize information and summarize like in my own words and support my ideas with evidence. Toni Morrison's reflection. From researching Toni Morrison, I learned that she was one of the most influential American authors that and the first African American woman to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1993. Her novels explore themes such as identity, race, family, memory, and the other lasting effects of slavery and discrimination. I also learned that Morrison believed storytelling could preserve history and give a voice to people whose experience had often been ignored. The assignment is relevant to the course because it requires me research important literary and historical figure, evaluate credible sources, and analyze how literature reflects culture and the society. By studying Toni Morrison's life and contributions, I practice gathering reliable information, interpreting complex ideas, and communicating my finding clearly. Confirmation bias reflection. From researching confirmation bias, I learned that it is the tendency for people to seek out, interpret, and remember information that supports what they already believe while ignoring or dismissing evidence that challenges their views. I learned that confirmation bias can affect everyday decision, relationship, scientific research, and the public discussion. Uh, the assignment taught me that recognizing my own bias is an important part of critical thinking because it helps me make more objective and informed decisions. This assignment is relevant to the course because it focuses on developing critical thinking, research, and anal- analytical, analytical skills. By learning about confirmation bias, I practice recognizing how personal beliefs can influence judgment and why it is important to base on conclusions on reliable evidence instead of assumptions. Like has to follow your some like evidence, like what you see, to make decisions. This assignment also helped me become more of my own thinking habits and encouraged me to question my assumptions and be more open to evidence that may challenge my opinions. Instead of accepting information simply because it agrees with I already believe, I have learned to compare different viewpoints and evaluate the quality of the evidence.